Hello there, World of Tankers. Welcome to the channel. Hopefully all of you are doing well out there. I'm, of course, your host, the World of Blitz, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about the Grille 15, the Tier 10 German tank destroyer, one of the most effective and as well useless Tier 10s in the game. Now, the Grille has some very, very good attributes going for it. One of the best things is the damage per minute. This vehicle is now sitting at one of the highest DPMs in the game. I'm running calibrated, and I'm still sitting at 3,400 damage per minute. If you're running gun rammer on the Grille, you're sitting at almost 3,700, which is crazy. It carries a 640 alpha gun with the same dispersion base as a Leopard, fantastic aiming time, and even though the on-movement dispersion isn't the best, when you've got only about a 2.5 second aiming time, it doesn't matter too much. The Grille is also quite mobile. It's able to go upwards of 50 kilometers per hour and 15 in reverse. It's got a great power to weight ratio of 22.2, but that's about all I can say that's good, because then you move on to the bad things. The first bad thing about the Grille is the camouflage. It is awful. It's honestly the thing that really makes this tank struggle, because every time you shoot, you have to be worried beyond belief that somebody's going to be hitting you back. Of course, everybody wants to shoot a Grille. If I'm in a Jagdpanzer or the enemy Grille, the FE4202, even a Maus, a Grille is an easy high explosive. And even though this tank has such a fantastic DPM, the issue is that DPM doesn't beat high explosive. A vehicle with the worst DPM in the game at tier 10, let's say the Kranwagen. A Kranwagen shooting HE, a full clip of HE from a Kran, is almost 1,600 hit points gone. That's it. In 7 seconds, your entire tank can be dead. A vehicle like a VK72, which is also having terrible DPM, in one shell, half of your health is gone. So that's a big issue because, yeah, you don't want to lose half your health from one singular shell. So the Grille has a lot of issues with the hit points. So what I'm doing is I'm going to stay at the back of the map here where you can get some nice snapshots into this bush. But I got to be careful because we got enemy tanks quite all over the map. So let's aim in on this Mouse's turret. Unfortunately, we did not pen him, as you can see, but this is a very good position to get away with some nice sneaky shots, as you can see here. Hopefully not being detected by the enemy 57. Let's fire, and let's back up, back up, back up, back up. As you can see, I'm already spotted. So I do like the Grille. It is a fun tank, but it does have a lot of issues going for it. One of them is that camouflage. It really just wants to get detected every time. So we're going to plot back up this ridge here, see if we can get some more shells out. We got the Jägerpanzer off to the side here, who we might just be able to snap a shot into. This is actually a really, really sneaky position, as you can see, where you're able to get out some pretty deadly shots if you're running the Grille correctly. However, we have nobody spotting, which isn't great. I need that IS-4 to spot because I can't get shots out. This is one of the issues with a vehicle like the Grille, is that you rely on your teammates to get the spotting out for you. So if the teammates aren't spotting, I'm not getting shots out. One of the big issues with this vehicle, but hopefully this IS-4 is going to poke this, spot that Jagdpanzer. There we go. There's the Jag spotted, and let's aim in a shell. Boom, nice shot right into the lower plate of that Jägerpanzer. I do love the gun on this tank. As you can see, it really just slaps shell after shell after shell out, which is really, really nice when you think about it. The ability to get just big alpha shells like that and not really miss them too. You know, there's a lot of tanks that don't have the best accuracy. We can name vehicles like the T110E3. You know, Object 268 even doesn't have great accuracy when you compare it to the Grille. The Grille just snaps every shell in, like on that FE4202 there, and they don't really miss. That's the thing that I love about the Grille. Now, we got the Jagdpanzer right over here. Let's aim it on his lower plate, and yeet! Thank you very much for your 674 hit points. And with that shot, we are over the 3,000 damage barrier. We're still racking out the damage here pretty dang easily as well. So we got the mouse right off to the side, but as you can see, everybody wants to shoot the Grille. It's just something everybody wants to do. I'm going to aim it on this Jagdpanzer to make sure he doesn't pull out and shoot me, because as we know, don't want to be hit by the tank that can take off all my HP. So let's not. Yep, there we go. That's the issue with the Grille. That was one shell from the Jagdpanzer, and 1,300 of my hit points are now gone. So it does have a big issue, and that is the hit point pool. You really don't want to get hit, but oh, and he still shot me. Well, yeah, that's the issue with the Grille. That Jagdpanzer was a one-shot. Unfortunately, the C4 kind of cucked me when he bounced his shell. And because of me being a one-shot, my teammate missed the shell, and the Jag was able to take 1,300 hit points off me in a matter of literally 1 second. So the Grille's great, don't get me wrong. We were able to do 3,900 damage, but as you saw, as soon as I pushed aggressive, the Grille absolutely died. And that's the issue, is that you really want to push this thing aggressive because it's got so much DPM and you really want to rip the enemy apart with the fantastic DPM. But at the same time, it's got such a bad camouflage rating and such bad armor that you can't push it aggressive because everything's an HE. It does get the occasional bounce, not like bounce from AP, but like the non-ricochet from HE. And occasionally you will get, you know, the non-penetration, but it usually doesn't happen. So we're going to see what we can do here. Maybe get out some big shots on the ridgeline. Let's see. Let's do the old 06. Let's see what the enemy team has. E50M, FE4, 202, T22. Oh, okay, that's just awful, I guess. So the issue, again, is that I can actually be spotted on this ridgeline here by the mediums that cross over there. So I need my mediums to plop up that ridge, and we're going to see what we can do. Yeet. Alright, so there's a T110E3 off to the side. Let's try and slam a shell in. No, sadly that one just missed off to the side of him, but that's not too bad. If they've got one take there, they've got more, which is fine with me. Hopefully a lot of takes went this way, because that'll be a good farm for this vehicle. Come on, 50B, I believe in you, spotting, or the IS-4. Just, I need somebody to spot this, and this will be a good shot. There we go, there's the E3, and there we go. Nice shot going right into the side of that T110E3. And that's pretty much the whole E3 just gone. Yep, there we go. There goes a take. So that was pretty good. I guess I didn't need my adrenaline for that, did I? 1,200 assistance damage there. I'll take it. Not too bad. We've also got enemy vehicles like the IS-4. There's the 50M. So what I'm thinking is I can push on this IS-4 if we got the 50B off to the side, who's getting some big shells. And this is where aggressive Grille can be quite fun because I've got the mobility to get in position here. Going 40 kilometers per hour quite easily. We know the 50B's got the side of the IS-4. And I know that there's really nobody else over by the IS-4 over here. So what we're going to do is just try and plop up behind this guy and maybe get some big shells into the side of the IS-4. So there's one big shell. Let's back up now as quickly as possible. IS-4 missed, and because I've got such a ridiculous rate of fire, we should be able to just get another shell out here on the IS-4. Let's try and do that right now. There you go. Another nice shot right onto the engine deck, as you can see. Ooh, that was very close to missing, but we don't miss. We hit these shots. So, pretty good stuff coming out so far. We got the enemy Grille 15 all the way at the back, but it looks like my teammate's doing a pretty solid job here ripping them apart. And that's a good example, as I said before, how the Grille just gets so easily killed. Literally, that one clip from an AMX 50B brought a full health Grille down to a one-shot. Like, and not a one-shot, like a one ram. Like, that's how easy it is to kill a Grille. So, those are the big issues I personally have with the Grille, is just how easy it is to kill. But, that's not going to stop us from trying to get an HE right up the booty of that poor T110E5. And with that, we were just able to pretty much break the 3,000 damage barrier once again. Not 3,000, but sitting at 2,880, not too bad for the first game. Or in the second game, as you can see, the second game, there wasn't really much we could farm, but still 2,800 damage, not too bad for a lightly armored tank destroyer. The biggest killer of this take, and the reason why you really can't win with it, is when your team is bad. We've had two somewhat decent teams, because as we saw, the enemy teams were quite bad that we went up against. When you have bad teams, especially in the Grille, this thing falls apart so quickly because your teams die, you can't farm the damage, and you lose. And that's one of the most infuriating things, because you can't get damage out because your team's not getting spots, they're dying too quickly. The enemy team's smart enough not to poke, and then you just get flanked and die. And it's something that happens a lot, so that's one of the big issues I have with the Grille, and it's in fact my only tier 10 sitting at below a 60% win rate, which is quite sad. Like all my other tier 10, 68, 65, even my Foch, which is one of my first vehicles, 72 for the AMX, just, yeah, I'm trying to get it up to 60, but it's taken a while. Hopefully all of you enjoyed today's video. As always, if you want to see more like it, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below. But other than that, I'll be hopefully seeing you in the next one.